You already made a rock, paper, scissors game in BYOB or Snap, and now you have to make one using JavaScript. So here's what it looks like when it runs. The user is just going to select either a rock, a paper, or scissors, and I'm just going to click on one of these images. So if I click on rock, your program needs to put the image of rock right in the your pick, and then it randomly selects a computer pick image, either rock, paper, scissors, puts it here, and of course it says you lost because paper beats rock, paper covers rock. I think that's how it works. So losses is 1. I guess I should have spaced this out a little bit differently. 0 wins, 1 losses, and 0 draws. So if I click scissors again, I'll click scissors. Your program needs to put scissors in your pick and then randomly selects one of the images for the computer to pick, puts it here, and of course this is a draw, so I have 1 draw. I'll do 1 more. I will pick paper this time, and the computer randomly picked scissors, and I guess I've lost again. So I think you get the idea. With the user picks, you put that image in your pick and then randomly pick an image, stick it in the computer pick, determine who wins and or loses or draws. You update these scores, and then you display something in the output box. Either you won, you lost, or it's a tie, something like that. So I gave you some starting code here, and we can take a quick look at the starting code. The entire form has been written for you. So I said the code below is complete. Do not modify it. Let's go way down to the bottom. These little boxes right here, win, loss, draw. Of course, those are these little boxes on the bottom. Win, loss, draw. The name of the form is, of course, game. So if you want to modify these boxes, it would be game.win.value, game.loss.value, game.draw.value, so forth. You know how that works. These pictures right here are called user pick. That's this little box right here. Computer pick, of course, is that right there. And initially, I'm setting them to blank.jpg, blank.jpg. So make sure you have an image called blank.jpg. And if I refresh this, you can see it starts with these blank images. They're just little white squares right there. So save those images as blank.jpg. Of course, you need to save the images rock, paper, and scissors. You can use your own. You don't have to use my images, but you need 3 images, one called rock.jpg, one called paper.jpg, one called scissors.jpg. Save those in your folder as well. And then finally, the way the game works, when the user clicks, where's my on click? When the user clicks one of these images, it's up here. When the user clicks one of these images right here, the function is run, and on click, 1, 2, 3. The function up here is run, the function play game. This is the only function that you need to modify. So let me say this one more time. When the user clicks one of these boxes, 1, 2, or 3, this function automatically play game choice is run. Now, choice is going to be either the number 1, 2, or 3, depending on what the user clicks, and you can see where that happens down here. If they click the first picture, I'm running play game, and I'm passing it the number 1. If they click the second picture, I'm passing it 2. Third picture, I'm passing it 3. So 1, 2, 3, those values are passed to the function play game. And so really all you have to do is figure out, based on whether the user clicks 1, 2, or 3, figure out which image to stick in the box called your pick, and then randomly select. You're going to need to make a random number, either 1, 2, or 3, and put that image in computer pick. And then you're going to need kind of a big if then else kind of statement to figure out who wins. You're going to have to display something in this little output box here, and you're going to have to update the score accordingly. And here I list for you the variables that you're going to need to be working with. Game.message.value is obviously this output message. Game.win, game.loss, game.draw, those are these little boxes right here, which you're going to have to change. And then these fields right here, game.computerpick.source, game.userpick.source, are these 2 boxes. You will be setting those either to rock.jpg, paper.jpg, scissors.jpg, and that needs to be, those images need to be in your folder, and you're going to set these to that folder. And when you set them, like game.computerpic.source equals rock.jpg or paper or scissors, that needs to be in quotes. Paper.jpg, those JPEGs, and so forth. So you got a little bit of work to do here, but I think you can figure it out. And now you've seen what the game looks like when it runs. So start with the code that I gave you and read my little hints and clues carefully, and I think you should be able to get this working no problem.